Hello, I'm Alderwoman Sheila Finlayson, and welcome to our Annapolis. We're going to film a series of short programs that will highlight some of the services that are provided in our wonderful city. Annapolis has a plethora of programs that are offered, in many cases, free to the community. Today, we're visiting the Stanton Center. This historic building was once an elementary school and an African American high school that served much of the Annapolis community and the county. Today, it houses many programs that are available to the community. And we're going to look at a few of those programs and see exactly what is offered here. So join us as we enter the Stanton Center and look at what this wonderful Clay Street community has at its fingertips. One of the highlights of this building is this historical classroom that was restored back to its original makeup, probably back to the 30s and 40s. There are pictures of various classes, certificates of historical significance, this old-fashioned blackboard that was used back in the day in all classrooms. Looking at these pictures, I know there are many ancestors of community leaders today. Actually, let's go talk to Larry Griffin, native of Annapolis, grew up in Eastport, who has become one of the foundations of this building with the programs that he offers. So let's go to Larry's office now. Larry is probably best known because of the program he started and continues to support called We Care. Welcome, Larry. Tell us about what you do here at the Stanton Center.
Well, it's nice to see you, Sheila.
We grew up together. Sorry.
We did. That's what we did. My job, this program actually is a program that I started in 1990. And the reason why, because I was a drug addict for 28 years, and also I was homeless for 2 years. And once I got into a program, I wanted to do something when I got out to help people, and also two things: help people and play music. And I started this program. I got in the band the same time that I started this program.
The band being Mama Jamma?
Mama Jamma. I started playing with them. But We Care programs helps a lot of folks that fell through the cracks of life. People that thinks that nobody loves them, things that people just don't want them even exist in this town or in this world. You can't do that with homeless people. You can't do that with drug addicts. Because I could have gave up myself, but I didn't because I wanted to help people. And our job is to get folks like it's in, got an addiction. We can send them to programs, which is 16 months of the program, and it only costs us $400 to do that. $400 for the men. For the women, it's $300 now.
For 16 weeks of treatment?
16 months.
16 months of treatment.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we work with a group called Teen Challenge, and they got different names: Pivot for the men, and Refocus for the ladies, and Teen Challenge of PG County. But just these folks, I've been dealing with them since actually when I got in this building in 2000. And I have a good rapport with these people. And in fact, some of the places Annapolis owned, we have guys that went through, and ladies that went through and got some time behind them. Now they run the place now.
So they were originally
clients
and addicted to drugs. Mm-hmm. You were able to send them away, and now they're back giving to the community by serving in your program?
Mm-hmm. I have a gentleman named Richard from here. He runs the Pivot. He's the director there. We have a lady from Annapolis who work at Refocus. She been there for about 3 years now. She's assistant person there, or manager, what we call them. But she's there running the place too. We have another gentleman that's what they call the mountains in Philadelphia. You go there and you graduated from there, and his name is Phil, and Phil Harmon. I don't know if you knew him, but they call him the Sarge up there. He's a big man up there too. So we have programs that can help these folks to get off of drugs. It doesn't take much. Once they get to me here, we can actually takes us for 2 or 3 days to get them away from here. They don't have to wait for a week. Now if they can't go out of town because they're in court or they're on probation or they're on parole, we send them up to PG County. They have a teen challenge up there. That costs $400 for the man.
That cost is incredible. I know that your program is probably the only drug rehabilitation program that we have here in the city that's connected to the city.
Mm-hmm.
And you rely very heavily on city funding
Right.
to help you continue with your program.
Oh yes, and I thank the city since I've been in this building. I thank the city for doing that, and I hope that we can continue because if that money runs out and we can't get anything, we're gonna be hurting, and the folks who we work for is gonna be hurting because if you think about it, you do have programs like Hope House for 27 or 28 days. It's $10,000 if you don't have a medical card or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't knock them because they've been out there before I have. I mean, you got Step Through Recovery as an outpatient program. You got to pay money to go down there. But if you don't have that money or a medical card, they come to us.
Are the programs to which you send the clients faith-based or?
A majority of them, all of them are faith-based. When you go there, you don't talk about what you did and what you did, what kind of drug is it, but they know why you come to that, and you know why you're going to it.
Mm-hmm.
They get you in touch with who I call Dr. G. They most definitely work on that, get back in touch with God, and they also have some certain programs that do,
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, we got a good percentage of people staying clean, and a lot of folks don't come back. A lot of them will not come back. They found a new home. They got a job now, and they got a car,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll come down and visit their family and stuff like that. But they're doing they won't come back.
How does one get into your program? Do they come themselves? Can their families recommend them to you? How does that work?
Well, we got police send people to us. Parents will bring whoever it is, or they come themselves. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I think we sent 3 folks already, just like that. 3 gentlemen away up to Pivot.
Mm-hmm.
So they come in, and the parents will bring them here, or they'll call and let us know, and that they're going to be coming here they need help.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not here, Luann is here, who I'm administrative assistant in therapy. You will see her in a few minutes. But anyway, that's how it works. It works. It's a grapevine,
Mm-hmm.
People tell them about what I do, and we do so much. We do so much. So, but that's how they get to here. And once they get here, that's when we start working with them. The only problem that I see is that I wish we had a safe haven home for them. Because if you come to me and I get all the paperwork done, it might take you 2 days to go. I would love to get them to go into the safe house and be ready that third day.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they have to go back in the neighborhood, and then they might mess up, and then they'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
But the time they're supposed to come back, they won't because they're back out there again.
So maybe somebody who's watching would have such a facility, such a residence that you could use as a safe house that would be kind of a holding place for them.
Yes.
Until you're able to get them registered into one of these programs.
Yes, and it's a need. You see how many, if you come up here and spend a day, you'll see so many people who are homeless that want to get off of drugs, but they don't have the place to go, but back in the woods or under the bridge or wherever. You know, but if we had that safe home, we would have a supervision over there, somebody to stay, and you know, and do their thing, and we get them to go. Them 2 days, we get them to go to meetings or something like in a meeting, or a meeting, and then the third day they're gone. I have people take them up to Baltimore. We get the ticket here, and we take them up to the Baltimore bus station and put them on, and they're gone. It's that easy, you know. And it's a lot of folks that really want to get themselves together, you know.
And you are the avenue for that for them.
Yeah. I mean, we have the homeless program we have here.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you about next. I know you do more than drug rehabilitation. Tell us a little bit about the other programs that you offer.
Well, first thing is that my house is a shelter. We have people stay down in our house a lot that we take off the street because when we don't have any money to put them in a hotel or lighthouse shelter that's full, and these folks that come down here. I mean, every day we get people come down here. But our job is to help them get off the street. To also find out if they have the ID, do they have a social security card, do they have a birth certificate, because a lot of them they can't get a job. We get clothing for them, we feed them every day with lunches like that.
I see the lunches, are those the lunches over there?
Yeah, lunches, we give them that and water. I wish we could do hot meals every day, but there's a lot of things going on in this building, and the kitchen is for everybody. But we work with them every day, and it's a lot of them, especially ones with children or having babies. You know, it's just I take them out to the place called it's extended stay. They give us a good price to bring people out there, and believe me, I think every week we have somebody we have to put in there. You know, and it's a shame because if you look at some of these folks, you know, that really want to get out of being homeless, want a job, and they can't get a job. You know, so that's what we do with the homeless. We have problems with some of them that dealing with this is strength. You know, I'm gonna call it Luann Phillips. She takes care of that, and she's been a heartthrob to me and a very, very good friend. You know, she's my sister, really. She don't know that, but she is. Do you?
Well, I know you support the city, especially during the winter months, because we do have residents, unfortunately, who live in the woods and under the bridges. And I know you go out with Deputy Chief Simmons to make sure when the weather turns extremely cold, you encourage those people to come inside so that you can take care of them.
Yeah, actually, that we are the last hope doing the winter release programs and all that, and doing the winter. And what we do, we bring them here. We get them to come here. The police department will bring some people down. Folks will drop folks off. They pick up. And we use the gym, but this year it was so cold downstairs that you couldn't put anybody in there. So we used the conference room and the classroom. The classroom was for the women side, and the men was on this side over here. And I stay here. And I work for a gentleman, Clyde Queen, we call Tinker. He stays with me, and Corey Johnson, and he stays with me too to give me a break to go home sometimes. So I think we had probably maybe 30 this year altogether here in this building.
So you are taking our residents off the street and giving them shelter during inclement weather.
Yeah. Oh yes.
So, and I know you do coat drives. You do a Thanksgiving dinner.
Christmas toys or Christmas gifts that we give out. We also have a camp called School on Water, and that's 35 kids. We start in June after they get out of school, and we actually take them. It's a free program. We take them to different things. Well, on Mondays we have trips, like we got Coney Island, and we're going to Sylvia's restaurant. We go there. We got a rapport with them a lot. We go up there, and hopefully we can get to Apollo Theater again to see that. We do that, and then we take them to swimming and take them to free movies. Maryland Hall plays a big part with us on different types of things like pottery, dancing, exercise, anything they want to put us on. That's a Tuesday. Wednesday we take them to Sandy Point, or we go to Eastern Shore to what is it called, Stanton. It's a park where they learn you how to canoeing, fishing with the nets. You don't fish with no rods, it's nets like they used to. But we keep them busy. We're doing this because some of these kids are never going to ever go to Washington D.C. or Baltimore. I hope they would do it, but you know, we want these kids to understand that this Annapolis ain't the only place on this planet, and they get to meet people from different places, you know, and it's something to get them out of the way. Because when you talk about camp, I remember back in my days, we didn't really have a camp, you know, but this is a camp. We have camps that goes out and do what we have to do out the building.
So it sounds very extensive, actually, from trips to Coney Island in New York to net fishing on the Eastern Shore. They get such a wide variety of experiences,
Oh yeah.
you know, which we know helps to develop them into, you know, good citizens and who appreciate all that the earth has to offer them.
Well, like I said, and Luann can tell you, we try to. I don't know. She see me trying to do everything to help these people as much as we can, and it's a lot of hurt people out there. And I tell you, Annapolis is no different than no other place. We have a problem in this town, and people need to realize that it is. Anybody can fall, you know. But if you fall, we want to have programs that can pick them back up, and that's what we're about.
And it's very clear that that's what you're doing here at the Stanton Center. And Luann, you don't have to say a word. You can just wave. But we know that you are the psychologist and you're a support for Larry.
Right.
So you help to make this program work also.
Right.
And I think we're all very appreciative of what you do all the time here. So this is Larry Griffin with We Care and Friends. The Great Give was last week. How'd you do?
We got money. We got money. We got, you know, we got some money. It wasn't really big, but that's okay. At least we got something.
Well, if folks want to contribute to We Care and Friends, how will they connect to you? Should they send, you know, to the Stanton Center? You have a website?
We got a website.
And the website is?
What is it? We Care and Friends.
.org.
Yeah.
Okay, wecareandfriends.org.
And see, that's why I wanted Luann to say here, because I don't know where everything comes through. All right, I'm just the person on the field. You can call us, or you can mail checks here, which is 92 West Washington Street.
Okay.
All I have to do put We Care, and I think a couple other things I think we do too. We get money, they can send money to it. What we like people to do is, if you're going to give us money, please come and talk to us. See what we do in this building, so you know that you're giving your money to a good cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. I think we all recognize the good work that you're doing here, and as a representative of the City Council, we thank you. Because our city is a better place because of what you all do for us.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's it for today's edition of Our Annapolis. You know, we had planned to interview several in our building today, but we've spent all of our time learning about the different programs offered by We Care, from the drug addiction programs to providing housing for the homeless to meals and clothing. There's such a wealth of information, and We Care is right here in the Stanton Center. But we'll be back in another episode to interview those other program directors here in the Stanton Center.